Okay. All right. So right here I have my, I'm using my iPad here, but this works on your phones as well, your mobile devices. So all you have to do is open up Safari. So we start from the beginning here. Let's say I open up my phones, my iPad here, and I want to open up Safari, my browser, so that I can go into the MLS.com. So I just open up my browser, which is Safari. It could be Google Chrome if you have Android, or any browser that you use to access the internet. So you go ahead and access the browser, go to themls.com, and you're going to see member mobile site, and it's going to ask you for your ID and password. I already go ahead and typed it in to save some little bit of time. And then this will connect us to the member site, the mobile site where you can access the MLS on your mobile device and connect and start searching for listings, or there's also other tools that you can use within the mobile site. So once you log in, this is what you're gonna see. You're gonna see our landing page for the mobile site. While we do have our search bar on the top where we can start searching for listings. At the bottom, we have some tools. We have like the list view, we have the share and my searches. So we'll go over that. But let's start off with running a search. So, we are, I'm sure you guys are busy agents. You're always on the road, showing properties, and sometimes you might run into a property that you'll be interested in and you want to look it up, or, you're meeting your client and, at Starbucks, or, a local coffee place or something like that, and you want to search for listings with your client right there on site. You can open up the member site on the MLS, and then you can begin a search by going here on the top. There's like a search bar. I can tap inside there and I can begin my search. I can enter an address if I want to search for a specific address, if I know an MLS number, or we can run a regular search like we do in the system and on your computers at home or in the office, and you can type in the area or zip code as well. So you can go ahead and start. Let's say I want to search in Beverly Hills. So you can see there, I already have some previous searches that I ran uh, uh, recently. So you can see there, I ran a search for West Hills, Beverly Hills, an MLS number there. But maybe I'm looking in a specific area. I don't know, let's say we're looking in Santa Monica. So I can type in Santa Monica here. And I can select from the suggestions below. You'll see some addresses come up with as Santa Monica as a street, or if you're looking for a city or subdivision and so on. So I'm gonna select area because I wanna search in the Santa Monica area. So I'm gonna go ahead and press Santa Monica. And this will bring up all the results in the area for Santa Monica. Now, you want to filter the results out, right? So you might want to look at just actives. Maybe you want to put in a price range or bedrooms and bathrooms. So on the top right, you'll see this little kind of looks like a little, like a martini glass kind of looking icon there in the top right corner, right next to that search bar. That's where you can, that says advanced. Inside these, you can put in filters as to filter out the listings that you want to pull up. So I'll go ahead and click on advanced all the way in the top right corner. And this is where, like I said, you can put in some filters and narrow down your results. So right here at the top, you see that I can put in a price range. So maybe we have a client that's looking for a specific price range. Maybe we'll say like they're looking at something between 800,000, and we can put a max price. So maybe we'll put in like 2 million or something like that. Okay, so we can put our price range. Then below you can see there, we can put in bedrooms and bathrooms. Okay, I can put in, I want to be specific. Then we see status. I'm looking at by default, coming soon, and actives. Maybe I also want to include pendings and maybe active under contract or anything like that. We can go ahead and select more than one status. Okay, property type. Now, what kind of properties are we looking for? Single family, condos, leases, income, and so on. So we can go ahead and select the type of properties that we're looking for. I'll just select single family for now. And we'll do maybe some condos as well. Then we have square footage. If you're looking for specific square footage, you can type in the number yourself, or you can use this little slider right underneath it, and you can specify, you know, your square footage. Open houses. If we're searching for open houses, all you have to do is check that box to the right, and this will bring up any listings with a scheduled open house. Then we have lot size. Again, you can enter yourself manually the amount for the lot size, or you can use a slider right underneath to specify the minimum and the max. Remarks, if we're looking for specific words in the remarks section there, we can type in any specific word that we're looking for in the remarks. Then we have days on market as well. We can enter the days on market, or you can use the slider option right below underneath it. We're looking for any listings or properties with a pool included. We can say, yes, I want properties with a pool, no, or not applicable there. Elementary school, middle school, or high school. If you're looking for listings within a specific school zone, you can enter the name of that school. Now, keep in mind that these, when you enter or searching by a school name, you're only gonna pull up the listings where the listing agent entered that information. So if the listing agent did not enter the name of the school, then you might be missing out on listings. So just keep that in mind, that if you enter a school name, you're only gonna pull up those listings where the listing agent entered the school name on the listing. And the last two options we have for searching on a mobile device is the HOA fees, where you can enter the amount for the HOAs. And so now at the bottom, you'll see your total results. You see I have a total of 33 listings. So all I do is just click on that blue button at the bottom so that I can view the results. So now that we have the results here, you can see that we're in a list view, and I can look at the listings. I can go through the results. I can also view the photos from here just by swiping left or right. I can go through the photos directly from the list view. If I want to share this one listing, maybe I want to go ahead and email that listing that I'm looking at right here in the middle, 1705 Ocean Avenue. I can share just that one listing by clicking this little icon on the bottom right corner. I don't know if you guys can see my little my pointer here on the computer, but on the bottom right corner of each listing, you'll see there's a little icon that has like a square or like a box and an arrow pointing up. That is the share button to share that one listing. So if I want to share that one listing, I can tap on that little icon that has a little square with an arrow pointing up, and then this will bring me so I can share that listing that I click on. It's only going to share that one listing that I pressed that little icon on. I'll show you in a second how you can share multiple listings. But here we have the email option. We have the link option right on the top, on the middle. You can see the link. If I want to share a link, I can go ahead and press that icon there, or text message right here on the right side. There is a little bubble icon on the top right if I want to share as a text. So you see there's text, there's a link right in the middle where I can create a URL where I can share a link, or the email on the top left where I can go ahead and send the listings through an email. So what I'll do here is I start off by adding a report. So the first field you see there, add report, I can tap inside there. And this is going to bring up a list of the reports that I can share. So here's a list. I can select, maybe I want to share the client detail short. Maybe I want to include the map interactive. All right, my tapping is off here. All right, so maybe I want to share map interactive, a client detail, short. I can choose any of the reports that are available. And then at the bottom, I press select report. And you'll see that it's going to add those two reports to my email that I'm starting to share for that listing that I clicked on. And then I can just continue, or I can tap in who I want to send it to. Maybe, you know, I might have a client that I want to share this listings with. I can add emails there. I can add multiple emails. On the right side, we have the CC and BCC icon there if you want to copy anybody else. And then we can type in our custom message there. And then just when you're ready, we can go ahead and click on send at the bottom right corner. And this will go ahead and email those listings that listing that I selected. Remember, I only selected one. So now let me go back to the results. Let's say you want to share multiple listings. So on the top right of each listing, when you're looking at the results, there are some little boxes that we can select. So I'll select number 5. So I'll check that box on the top right corner of that listing. Maybe I also want to send number 7. I'll check that box, number 8, and so on. So we can go through the list. We can select the listings that we want to share. Now at the bottom, because I selected multiple listings, at the bottom, all the way at the bottom edge in the center, you'll see share. We click on share and it will bring up that window where we were at before, where we can go ahead and add the reports and the emails. Maybe I want to send it through a text message. I can go ahead and tap on the text message icon on the top right, that little bubble icon. And then we can go ahead and continue sharing our listings that we selected. I can click on add reports again, and I can select which reports I want. And then we go ahead and click on select reports at the bottom. And then we can add the number or the phone number where we want to send the reports, right? So we can type in the number there. And if I want to include a message, right underneath that phone number on the right side, we have modify default message. I can tap on that and then I can type in my personal message that I want to include in my text message. So I'll go ahead and cancel that out. Let's go back. All right. Now, let's say we're looking at these results, we're looking at these listings, and I want to look at details on that listing. So let's say I want to look at number 14 here in the middle. I want to look at this Pier Avenue listing, and I want to see more details. So I'm going to just tap on the photo, and that's going to bring us to the agent detail report. This is the agent detail. And I can view the photos from here. I can tap on the photo and this will load the rest of the photos when I'm looking at the agent detail report here. And I do apologize. Looks like I'm having quite a slow connection today. But this will load the photos. I can go through the photos myself, just pressing these left and right arrows to load the next one, or I can tap on any of the photos down below in the film strip and it can load the photos. Okay, so we view the photo, excuse me, the photos. So I can close this tab and go back. So again, we're looking at the agent detail report. Here we can see if there's any open houses. We have the open houses information there. We have the bedrooms, bathroom square footage, which area, and any HOA fees and so on. Now, maybe I want to look at more details. Maybe I want to see the agent remarks. All right, so where it says agent remarks in gray at the bottom, you see all these different containers. So I see agent remarks. So I want to tap on agent remarks to open it up. And now I can go ahead and view and read the agent remarks. Maybe I want to read the regular remarks. I can go ahead and tap on it and open the remarks section and read all the instructions or description that the agent entered. Maybe I want to look at, I don't know, structure info. So we can tap on that and open up and read all the details on the listing. And then all the way at the bottom, you'll see the listing agent's information, the listing agent name, phone number, emails, and all that. Okay, if I am on the phone, I can tap on the phone number and this will bring up the option to go ahead and give this agent a call. Or if I tap on the email, it'll open up my email app and I can go ahead and email this agent. So once again, to get the details report, what we did is we clicked on the listing photo when we got the results. So let me go back to the results. So at the bottom left, Okay, here all the way at the bottom left, we have the back button to bring us back to the results. Okay, so again, if I want to look at any of the listings, all I do is have to tap on the results, and I can view the agent detail report and all the details for each of these listings that I want to see. If I want to see these listings on a map from the results page we're at right now, all the way at the bottom left, we have the map icon. So I can click on map, and now this will bring up the results in a map view. And because I did select some listings, it only shows me the listings that I've selected. But if I want to look at all the results, on the top left corner of the map, you see show all. I can click on it so that way I can see all the listings and not only the ones that I selected. Great. So from the map view here, we can also tap on the listing. Maybe I want to look at this one that's 879,000 right in the middle there by the 10 freeway. I can tap on that, and you can see it'll open up a quick preview right below the map. Show me the address, the price, the status, bedrooms, bathrooms, how many photos there are. There's that share icon at the bottom right side, that little box with the arrow pointing up. If I want to go ahead and share this listing, I can tap on that share button there to share that one listing that I clicked on. And if I want to see more details from here, I can just tap anywhere on the preview below. I'll just tap like right in the middle in that white area. And it's going to take me to the details for that listing. So we can also go from the map view to the agent detail view as well. Now we want to make another search. Then on the top, I can go ahead and tap in there and type in a different area again, or a zip code. Maybe let's take a look at a zip code. So I'll go ahead and put in 91316. I want to search in the Encino area there. So I'm going to tap on the results, and now it's going to load the results for that area. Now you notice that my criteria, my advanced options says number 6 there. So whatever criteria I entered for my previous search, it'll stay. So it's looking for that same criteria. If I want to look at the criteria again or change it, then I click where it says advanced on the top right, and then I can go ahead and change my criteria. So you see there, same price range, same status, same property types. And so that's why we have the same criteria. And we have 7 results. So now I can look at these 7 listings. You'll see on the top right, there is a save search option right below the criteria or the advanced option button there on the top right. We have save search. So we can do a save search from here as well. So maybe we want to create a save search for a client, or we want to create like an automatic email notification. We can go ahead and click on save search from here. And so I'll tap save search. And so you see the same fields as if you were on a desktop computer. You have them here as well. So maybe I want to create a save search for my client, Kevin. And so we'll put in here a search name. So I'll put in Kevin search in 91316 area. Okay, so I put in a search name. You also have the same options that you do on a desktop, where you can include a public open houses or also email the current results. So I want to send those 7 listings that I got right now. So I'll go ahead and check email current results. So when I hit save at the bottom, it'll automatically send those 7 listings to the client. Now I do want to put a subject. So every time an email goes out to the client, we want to let them know what the email is about. So we can say homes in 91316. Okay, so every time my client gets an email alert, you'll see that that is a subject. Now below that, we have save search for. Who are we saving it for? For ourselves or for our contact, for a client? So if I wanted to save it for myself, I just leave the self option selected and then enable notification right underneath, so I can get the alerts myself. Or since I am saving it for my client and I want them to go to my client, I'll select contact. And now I can go ahead and type in my client's email here. So we'll type in Kevin Smith. And since I already have a saved search for this client, I'll just tap in the results below. Otherwise, I can just continue typing in the email. And then again, since we do want to send automatic email notifications whenever there's new listings or new updates, we want to make sure we check that box that says enable notification right underneath. And then I can say, send me a copy so I can get the agent detail. The client is going to get client detail no matter what. And then if I want to add more emails, perhaps the spouse or, the client's parents or brothers or sister or cousin, best friend, whoever wants to get copies of the notifications, we can add more emails there as well. And then at the bottom, we have the schedule of how often we want to send the emails to our client. We want to send it ASAP and every day of the week, or just once a day, or once every other day, and so on. So you can go ahead and select the schedule, and then at the bottom, all we have to do is hit save search. And that will create a automatic email notification based on our criteria, and send updates whenever there's new listings or any updates in the system with matching the criteria. So I just did a save search on my mobile device here. So if you want to do that while you're with your client, maybe on the road there, or you want to run a search and save that search, you can do so by just logging into the MLS on your phone or on your mobile device. Now, if you want to load a save search, at the bottom, we do have a My Searches option all the way at the bottom on the right side. You'll see My Searches. We'll tap on My Searches, and this will load all of my saved searches, whether I saved it on my mobile device or I saved it on my computer at work or at home. And I want to load and see the latest results. I can load any of my saved searches from my mobile device. So here, let's say I want to load this one here called private listings in Beverly Hills. So I can go ahead and tap on that, the name of the email, and it's going to run and show me what's new, what's the latest updates for that saved search. So now I can go ahead and view the results for that saved search that I saved quite a while back. So, and if I'm on my phone here or my on my tablet, and I want to load my saved searches and see the latest results, I can go to all of my saved searches. So at the bottom right, again, if I want to access my saved searches, we just tap on that and it'll load all the saved searches. You'll notice that some of these saved searches, they have like a little orange mobile phone icon. So you see the one that I just created for Kevin here at the top. At the end of the name, it has a little orange phone icon. That's just to let me know that I saved the search on a mobile device. Everything else that doesn't have those little icons, that means I saved it on my computer at home or at the office. To the right, we have the total results. So you see that each listing had, or each saved search, what is the total listings for that saved search and how many are new since the last time I viewed that search. Then right next to that, we have the client dashboard icon. So next month, we'll learn about the client dashboard and how to enable that and how to invite our clients to use the client dashboard. So next time when we go over that, you'll see how we can access it on our phones and load the client's dashboard. And all the way on the far right, we have a trash icon where we can delete a search from our mobile device. All right, let me go back to the main page. So let me close this out. Okay, so that is how we run a basic search in the MLS, how we can save searches, and how we can load save searches. But you're not just limited to running a search in the MLS for listings. On the top left, next to the search bar, there's this little menu icon. In the technical world, this menu icon is called a hamburger menu, okay, because it's bread, meat, bread, right? So We call it in a hamburger menu. So sometimes when you call in the help desk, and we might refer to as the hamburger menu, is this three little bars on the top left. So I'll tap on that hamburger menu option there. And this is going to give me shortcuts, or it'll connect me to other features or tools within the MLS that's available on the mobile devices. So the first thing you see there, so the first one is listing search. So whenever I want to go back and start a new search, or I want to access the main search page, I can tap where it says listing search. And you'll see that it'll take me back to the beginning where we started a search. So it'll start a brand new search, and I can go ahead and run a new search. Okay, here, my internet is a little bit slow here, and I do apologize about that. Let's see. Come on. What's going on with my Wi-Fi? Stop it. Do it again. I apologize about that. Okay. All right. So when we click on listing searches on that menu, the hamburger menu, you see it brings us back to the main page where we started at the beginning of the training. This is where we started from. So there's that search bar on the top, and we can add or create a new search. So again, hamburger menu on the top left, tap on listing search to take you back to the beginning. We also have access to our contacts. So if I tap on contacts, this will connect me or load all of my contacts. So whenever I create a saved search for a client, or I share some listings, I don't necessarily have to save a search, but I share some listings to a client, the system will automatically add that email and create a contact under your contacts list. So here you can see I have all my contacts, right? Some of them I added their names, and then some of them here at the bottom, you see I did not include their names, but it adds or it creates their email. It creates a contact with their email. So I can access all of my contacts from here. As you can see, this will give me access to the client dashboard. So like I said, another time we'll talk about the client dashboard and how to use and take advantage of the client dashboard. But once you create a client dashboard and you need to access that on your mobile device, you will go under your contacts, and then you can access your client dashboard, and then you can see all the listings that they rated with the heart and which ones they liked and so on. So the contacts will give you access to the client dashboard and all of your contacts. All right, let's go back to our menu option here, right? The next one under the menu is my listed properties. And what this does, it'll load your listings and allow you to make some changes to your listings. If you have any like active listings or pending listings or active under contract or any solds in the last 6 months, this will show you your listed properties. So here, you can see I have one active, I have one pending, one under contract, 3 canceled. So you see there, that's my inventory there. And so one of the things is that what you can do here is you can update a status or a price on your own listings. So let's say you're out in the road and you take an offer on a listing, on your listing, and you want to change it from active to pending, for example. So you can see there I have my active listing. So I'll click on that one for active. And this will allow me to do a quick edit on the listing. So all I do is go ahead and click on my listing. And here you see on the right side, we can update the status or we can update the price. And so those are the only 2 options we can update or change on a mobile device. So if I want to change it to from active to pending, I can tap on the active status there, and then I can select, maybe I'm going to pending, or maybe I'm going to withdraw it or put it under contract, cancel it, or put it on hold. So I can select the status Once I select the status, it's going to ask me for a contract date. I can go ahead and say, well, I'm going pending today. And then all the way at the bottom, we have the save button all the way at the bottom right corner there. And we can press save and it'll update right away. So once, as soon as you make the changes, it'll update in the system right away. So everybody will see that your listing is now, pending or sold or whatever status you're changing it to. If you need to change the price, all you have to do is go in there, type in and change the price there. I'll drop it to 50 cents. Excuse me, to change it to $2. All right, and then we can say price change type. Either it was a price change or a price correction. So just like it means what it means. So price change, you change it. Correction, that means you made a mistake and you want to correct the price. All right, and then we just hit save at the bottom and that'll update right away as well. So you can go ahead and change price or change and update status on your listings on your mobile device. Let me go back here. Okay, let's go back to my menu here. There we are. All right, so that's my listed properties. We have also access to the Market Watch. And the Market Watch, it's the 24 hours widget. If you use this on your desktop, you know how this works. But the 24-hour Market Watch, it gives you updates and it lets you know how the market is doing in the last 24 hours or within the last 24 hours. If there's any updates and changes, it's kind of like a hot sheet. And so you'll see in the areas that I have, there is one coming soon. Looks like there's 15 new listings and 8 solds and 3 back on market and so on. So you can see the 24-hour Market Watch. Now, if you haven't used this feature or this widget, you're going to get the results for all the areas that we cover. However, if you only want to be notified on the specific areas that you're interested in or you're working, then on the right side, there is, it's hiding from me, but there it is. There is a pencil on the right side, that blue pencil icon. If you tap on that pencil icon, this will allow you to be specific on as to what areas you want your 24-hour Market Watch to notify you. So you can see there have 33, I think that's like Malibu. Area 1 is Beverly Hills and 14 is Santa Monica. So if I don't want these areas, okay, by default, you're going to see like this. You're going to see all the areas that we cover that are part of our coverage here at Claw the MLS. So you'll see all the areas there, but you can go ahead and clear these out. Okay, and then you can tap in the areas that you want. So let's say maybe I am an agent and I work in the San Fernando Valley area. So maybe I want like Sherman Oaks, for example. So I can type in Sherman Oaks, and then I'll go ahead and select from the results, area 72, right? Maybe I also want Encino. So I'm going to go ahead and type in Encino there. Maybe I want also Tarzana. Okay, maybe those are the areas that I work. And we'll say Ventura, or not Ventura, excuse me, Van Nuys. Okay, so these are the areas maybe that I want. Okay, so these are the areas that I work and I focus in this area. I do most of my work in there. And so I put in those areas that I really do want to be notified. And then I can select what types, properties. I want single family, leases, and condos. Maybe I don't want condos. Maybe I only want single family and leases. All right, in these areas that I selected. So now I can go ahead and click on update on the bottom right corner there. We'll press update. And now it's only going to show me data for those 4 areas that I entered. So now there's one coming soon in those 4 areas within the last 24 hours, 6 new listings in the last 24 hours within those 4 different areas that I selected, and either lease or single family. Remember, it's based on what I selected or entered. So now I can view the results. If I want to look at those 6 new listings, I can tap on that number 6. And what this is going to load is going to load those 6 listings in a one-line report. Okay, and so I'll give it a minute there. So see if it loads there. Hopefully it loads soon. But so now you can get updates and results based on your criteria, the areas and the types of properties you selected. So here we have the one-line report. These are those 6 listings that I selected. So you can see there 6 new listings were added. Oh, it looks like 1 is already pending. So in the last 24 hours, that new listing was became pending as well. So all right, so those are the results based on the not the hot sheet, the 24-hour market watch. We close that and go back. Okay, so the 24-hour market watch, again, from the drop-down menu, the hamburger menu on the top left, market watch. We also have the MLS Realty X, and that is public records. So if you want to pull up the public records report on a property, we can tap in the MLS Realty X. This will allow us to go ahead and search by APN number, address, or owner name. And this will pull up the public records report for that property that we search. So you can search public records. We also have access to the Neighborhood Snapshot. And this is another training I want to go ahead and do with you guys because Neighborhood Snapshot, it's a lot of information that you can pull up. It's like a market trend. So you can go ahead and see like graphs and see how the market is doing and based on your criteria. So I'm not going to go into it much right now because this is a whole new training just by itself. But whenever we go over that, just remember that we do have access to the Neighborhood Snapshot on our mobile device. Okay, so we'll come back to Neighborhood Snapshot when we do a training on that by itself. And then the last option, obviously, you can see there is the logout. If you want to go ahead and log out of the mobile site, then you can go ahead and log out. All right. So that, in a nutshell, is the mobile site. Now, unfortunately, we do not have an app for you to download. Okay, but there is a neat trick with iPhones, or since I am on an Android here, but on an I am on an iPad here, but on the iPhones there is an option where you can go ahead and save it on, make it look like an app. It's not technically an app; it's just a shortcut to the mobile site. Let me show you really quick. I'm just going to switch over to my phone so I can show you that and show you how this feature works, so you can see how to create a shortcut on your phone. So I'm going to go ahead and share my phone now. Go ahead and just switch over. Okay, so here's my, all right, so here's my phone. I opened up my browser, Safari, and like we did earlier, I'm going to go to the MLS.com. Okay, and I'm going to log in. I want to make sure I log in so that when I open up the bookmark, the shortcut, it doesn't ask me to log in all the time. So I'm going to go to member mobile site. I'm already logged in. All right, so from here, what I want to do here at the bottom, you see at the bottom, there is this little square with an arrow pointing up. And this is for iPhone right now, for iPhone. So at the bottom, you have this little icon that's kind of like a square with an arrow pointing up. If you press that, you're going to get this menu option. You want to scroll down and you want to look at add to home screen. So right here, we're going to press add to home screen. I'm going to press that. I'm going to name it. So if you want to say the MLS or, whatever you want to name it. And then all the way in the top right corner, we're going to press add. And now it's going to create a Vesta Plus icon on your phone, on your home screen. And so all I have to do is just tap on it and it's going to take me in right away. So it's a cool trick. Yeah, it's not officially an app. It's a shortcut or a bookmark where it'll, just save you time, and you can go ahead and just press on that icon. It'll connect you to the MLS mobile site. For Androids, it's the same steps, but instead on the top right, you'll see like 3 dots. I think it's on Google. It's well, I don't have Android, but on the top right, when you log in, you're gonna see 3 dots. Just press on those 3 dots, and you'll see right there add to home screen, and then it'll add the icon as well if you're on an Android. So that pretty much sums it up for our mobile site training. Are there any questions that you guys would like me to answer? All right. So I don't see any questions. I don't see any in the chat or anybody unmuting themselves. So, well, with that said, I want to thank you guys for joining us on this training on the mobile site. Next month, we'll go over another great feature within the MLS, and we'll see you next time then. Take care, everybody.